10 years without a shower, and this is his first time in a bathhouse. But he doesn't know how to use the digital locker, so it keeps making this buzzing sound. The irritated owner storms over ready to yell, but the moment he sees the man's tattoos, the words get stuck in his throat. Because in Korea, the more tattoos you have, the higher your street status is. This kid only tattooed the name of his crush, and somehow became the school boss. When he sees Jack fresh out of the bath standing with his crush, he kicks Jack across the room, then drags him to an abandoned building and beats him up. But when Jack's shirt gets ripped and the blue dragon tattoo shows, these students finally realize how stupid they are. Jack quickly covers it with his shirt, then quietly leaves with his sister. But 10 years ago, he wasn't afraid of anything. He once fought 6 troublemakers alone. 1 ended up dead and 5 were injured, and Jack went to prison for manslaughter. The victim's mother came to visit him. She saw that Jack wasn't a bad person. He just made one terrible mistake, so she gave him a notebook. If he could change his life, she would forgive him. Jack treasured it deeply. Writing down everything he wanted to do after getting out, it became his only source of comfort inside. 10 years passed in a blink. Jack was finally released. Prison had worn down his temper, and the world outside had changed completely for him. He went to find his old crew, just wanting to see how they were doing, and to tell them he was out. They acted respectful on the surface, but once Jack left, they mocked him, and ordered their guys to watch him, worried he might try to take their territory. Then Jack arrived at a small restaurant. It was run by the victim's mother. Anna lit up with joy when she saw him, constantly asking how he was. Jack just kept saying, "I'm sorry." Anna knew he carried guilt, so she made him her godson, closed the restaurant early to cook barbecue just for him, and even fed him herself. His sister saw this and felt a bit jealous, because ever since her brother died, she hadn't seen her mom this happy. The next day, Jack went to the hospital to remove his tattoo. He used to rely on it to scare people. Now he wanted to start fresh, but the doctor told him, removing something this big costs a lot. Broken desperate, Jack found work at an auto shop, but because of his criminal record, the police checked in constantly. Worried he'd reoffend, the boss told them Jack worked hard, said he was a good kid. The change was unbelievable. That night, Jack used his first paycheck to buy Anna a nice pair of shoes, and bought his sister the camera she had always dreamed of. His transformation made Anna proud, and his sister finally accepted him. But just as life was starting to look good, someone had to ruin it. Local gangsters teamed up with a councilman to redevelop the town. The restaurants refused to move. The councilman said whoever solved this problem would get the new nightclub. Mark took the job immediately. The next day, he brought his guys to the restaurant and started smashing everything. Jack stood up to stop them. Mark strutted in ready to show off, but the moment he saw Jack, he froze and told everyone to stop. Turns out he used to be one of Jack's underlings and knew exactly how dangerous Jack was. But Jack simply told him to leave and never come back. Once Mark stepped outside, all his arrogance disappeared. He was just relieved he hadn't fought. When Jack asked Anna why they came, she hid the truth, fearing Jack would lose control. That night, the councilman's driver approached Jack. He was also in that fight 10 years ago. Jack had crippled one of his legs, but he wasn't here for revenge. He came to warn Jack. The restaurant was being targeted, and they needed to move before things got worse. Sure enough, the next day, while Jack was gone, Mark brought his men back to the restaurant.